Give your opening arguments.
Yes, Your Honor.
Man, pass good.
Your Honors, ladies and gentlemen of the court, the case that we bring before you today is very simple. My client, Mr. Randy Bullitt, was in custody at Mission Row on the date in question, and he did not want to go to prison. So when an opportunity presented himself, he attempted to flee custody. Running unarmed, with his hands cuffed behind his back, he made his way for the exit of Mission Row PD out onto the steps out front, at which point Sergeant Brittany Angel fired 2 shotgun shells into Randy Bullitt's back, nearly killing him. Miss Angel was at the Mission Row PD with a large number of other officers. In that moment, when Mr. Bullitt was fleeing, she could have radioed for assistance and had a car mobilized to intercept Mr. Bullitt. She could have drawn her taser and attempted to subdue and re-apprehend Mr. Bullitt. She could have continued the foot pursuit and continued communications until a better, more reasonable option presented itself. Mr. Bullitt was no threat to anyone. His hands were cuffed behind his back, and he was unarmed. And in cold-blooded, murderous display of excessive force, Miss Angel fired not once, but twice into my client's back. It is the most blatant display of excessive force that I've ever come across in my career. My client demands compensation for that.
Okay. Miss West, the floor is yours.
Okay. Can I
Yep.
get rid of this?
Yeah.
Awkward.
Put it down. For the love of God.
Nice
Okay.
hook. Oh, God, stop it.
Sorry, it's mitosis. Okay, where was I before I split into 2? I apologize for missing the last half of your opening. I'm sure it was really good. Hello, Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the court. I will
Shade
be the
being
first
thrown.
to admit that initially I thought the incident involving Randy Bullitt and my client, Brittany Angel, was an open and shut case that Sergeant Angel violated constitutional law and limitations established in Tennessee v. Garner. But after extensively looking over the facts, spending countless hours a day going over every excruciating detail with the fine-tooth comb with the Chief Assistant District Attorney, Nora Dupre, and my co-counsel here, Mr. Kermit. After interviewing Sergeant Angel, Officer Reinhardt, Deputy Smith, and the Chief of Police, Jack Ripley, who I will later bring up as an expert witness, we believe that Sergeant Angel is acting within her official capacity. Tennessee v. Garner states that when a law enforcement officer is pursuing a fleeing suspect, that the officer may not use deadly force to prevent escape unless the officer has probable cause to believe that the suspect poses a significant threat of death or serious physical injury to the officer or other officers, or just others in general. It was found that use of deadly force to prevent escape is an unreasonable seizure under the Fourth Amendment, as Mr. Bronze claims, in the absence of probable cause that the fleeing suspect posed a physical danger. Now, the legal definition of probable cause states that a reasonable amount of suspicion supported by circumstances sufficiently strong to justify a prudent and cautious person's belief that certain acts are probably true, and that there is a reasonable belief that an individual committed or will commit a crime. Today, I will prove that Sergeant Angel had more than enough probable cause to neutralize Randy Bullitt and was well within her rights. The only thing I implore of the courts is to keep an open mind and do not come into this case with preconceived notions or any kind of prejudice or bias. I won't go on for too long, and I will let my witnesses explain what actually occurred that day, instead of the woe is me victim's tale that Braun will ultimately try to convey. Thank you.
As one officer came in, the other officer tased the officer coming in, which led to one officer being tased on the floor while I was in handcuffs. And then for some reason, the other officer put the officer that was tased in handcuffs. I don't know why, but I saw this as an opportunity to escape since both officers were kind of preoccupied. So as Sergeant Angel walked in, she unlocked the door. I ran through the door, went up the stairs, and yeah, that's how it kind of started.
And you were in handcuffs, correct?
Yeah, I was in handcuffs, and as I was running up the stairs, she told the other officers to back off. She's going to hit me with a baton.
Okay, let's just back up. You were in handcuffs. Were you cuffed in front of you or cuffed behind your back?
Yeah, the cuffs were behind my back.
Had you been, had the processing for your arrest begun? Had you been Mirandized?
Alright, so basically we're at the bank. We, blew up on a tugboat, so we take him to the hospital.
Just a yes or no.
Oh, yes, all my weapons were taken off me at the hospital.
So you Mirandized, your weapons were removed, you were unarmed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you were unarmed, and did you hear her saying anything as you were attempting to flee?
Yeah, as I stated, she was like, "Listen, officers, I got this. I'm just going to hit him on the head with a baton." That's all she said.
So she waved off any backup and insisted to take care of it herself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what happened to the baton? I know you were running away, so you might not have seen behind you, but you heard her say something about a baton, and yet here you are, you've been shot in the back. So what? At what point did it turn into a lethal situation?
Fuck knows, to be honest. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know because, well, I have no idea. I was just running and then I got shot in the back. I didn't hear anything, didn't get told to stop, nothing. I have no idea when it turned into a lethal situation.
Could you tell me, from your perspective in the holding cell, how it came about that that Mr. Bullet was able to elude custody, to escape the holding cells?
Yes, no problem. Basically, there was 3 police officers, Bob Smith, Angel, and Conan Clarkson, all horsing around like a bunch of toddlers, handcuffing each other, making jokes, acting like little kids. And Randy, doing all that little playtimes with the kiddies, ran off upstairs handcuffed, and Angel chased after him. Shortly after that, I heard 2 gunshots fire off. Here we are.
Okay. With everything at your disposal, Miss Angel, with the multiple officers within walking distance of your position, with all of the skills and knowledge that you possess as a law enforcement sergeant, how was the best course of action determined to be to shoot to kill against an unarmed fleeing prisoner in restraints?
Okay, I will explain it this way. I had one deputy who was completely disabled and detained down in the cells. The other one was dealing with a suspect who was not allowed to leave Bishadro so we could watch him, leaving me with one person behind me. That person would not be effective because she's unallowed to drive on her own at the time. She had to have someone with her. At that point in time, I was the only officer in foot pursuit of that man, and I did not have time to get out of the vehicle or do anything that you state, otherwise I could have, leading to the shotgun being my only course of action, given that a taser deployment had already failed and he was out of range.
Okay. Do you stand by your decision to use lethal force against an unarmed fleeing prisoner in handcuffs?
Yes, I would use lethal force on a fleeing felon again.
So you would do it again?
Provided the circumstance gave me probable cause to do so and the situation necessitated it, yes.
Alright, I've got nothing further for you, Miss Angel.
So Mr. Braun tried to ask you if you had the intent to murder Mr. Bullet. Did you have the intent to incapacitate Mr. Bullet?
I had the intent to incapacitate him, but not kill him.
Okay.
Thrilius, thank you for the Twitch Prime.
While you were at the robbery, he also asked you about the what the robbers had said. Is it true that they said we will seek out and find the hostage and kill them if any funny business, or if they were in
Yes.
custody? They said
Yes,
we,
they stated
correct?
We is the correct term. Yes, we.
So it wasn't just one person, but they were with saying we. They included the entire group in that decision, correct?
Yes.
Which would involve Mr. Bullet, correct?
Yes.
All right, no more questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
You ever shot somebody in the line of duty before over a scuffed door?
Objection?
No, sir.
Overruled.
That was a no?
No.
Alright, thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Bullet gotten away from the police officers, he could have gotten his handcuffs taken off fairly easily.
Objection, speculation.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an
Sorry,
expert
could you-
witness. He should know this.
Stop
repeat the
asking
question?
questions. Objection, speculation.
I'm talking to the honor. Why don't you quit being a dumbass? Excuse me, Your Honor.
Excuse me, asshole? Fuck you.
All right. All right.
Who the
All
fuck
right.
are you anyhow?
All right, Mr. Braun, Mr. DeLaw, calm down.
Your Honor, I asked him if, had he gotten away, if it was going to be fairly easy for him to have the handcuffs removed.
I'll allow the question.
Thank you.
Yeah, the answer to the question is the cuffs, the keys or handcuffs are purchasable to the general public. They're not any kind of top secret government handcuffs.
In Miss Angel's shoes, per se, would you have taken the same action under identical circumstances?
Based on the information that I have gained and the reports that I have read, the folks that I have spoken to, I believe that if I were in Sergeant Angel's position on that day, that I would have acted in the same manner and carried out the same actions.
The argument was that he made threats, or he conspired to kill her.
Right.
I see him making no acts of furtherance to kill her.
No. But Officer Angel believed that to be a viable threat. What we need, though, with Tennessee versus Garner, you need an imminent threat. Okay?
I don't see an imminent threat.
I don't see an imminent threat either. The next part would be, did she verbally command that she was going to shoot him if he did not stop?
I'm going to hit him with my baton.
Right. She stated that she was going to hit him with a baton. She also stated that she
That's
used her
intermediate
taser,
weaponry.
but it was ineffective because he had a scuba tank. I guess the prongs hit the tank or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we go from baton to taser to shotgun. Now, let's not insult other streamers,
How do I
guys.
put this?
My mom
Force
will get rid of
continuum?
you quickly. Please don't do that. Sorry, say
What
that
she
again.
did? Like, with taser was ineffective, so she swapped the baton. That's acceptable. I'll
Mhm.
give her that.
Okay, so he takes off, gets outside. She's still saying that the reason why she tried to stop him because she felt there was an imminent threat on the hostage's life, even though the situation had been clearly cleared at the bank and done and over with.
Yeah.
I don't see in my eyes and in the eyes of the law where she had the right to shoot him twice with a
Yeah.
with a shotgun, let alone once.
I don't either.
I feel that they could have still chased the suspect down and captured him and re-detained him. Nullifies the robbery that happened, but the question here is, the robbery happened. This led to him being down at Mission Row. The door was unlocked, as he stated. He ran out the door. She said, "I am going to hit you with my baton if you don't stop." He proceeded on out the door and outside of Mission Row, to which point she felt
she was justified in pulling a shotgun on a handcuffed subject that was running
Behind
from
the
her.
back.
Behind the back. Yes. Regardless of the fact that anybody can take those handcuffs off of them, as testified by the chief of police, I still feel that the use of force here was way over the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as far as I know in my head, saying I couldn't make a decision, or the stress of the situation influenced my decision, or, blurred my decision making, that's not a defense.
No. You still
Or
have to
valid
be
defense,
you
I should
still
say.
have to be accountable for everything that you do. Especially when you're going to pull out a shotgun that is a deadly weapon, and you're going to use that against somebody who's running away from you and has their back to you.
Yep. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to start this by saying that right now, I'm going to reiterate what Judge LaBar said. Any outbursts during the reading of my verdict, and I will have the bailiff escort you out and hold you in contempt of
Oh,
court.
no worries, Speckle.
I hope that's well understood.
Maybe someone will gift you one.
With that being said, it's my job as a judge appointed by the great state of Los Santos to uphold the law and to interpret the law as it is given to me. That includes knowing and reviewing and interpreting Supreme Court cases that are brought forward. In this case, that would be Tennessee versus Gardner. Tennessee versus Gardner is a landmark case when it comes to law enforcement use of force, and it does state that a law enforcement officer cannot use lethal force on a fleeing suspect unless an immediate threat is apparent. What Tennessee versus Gardner also states is that, if feasible, a threat that lethal force is going to be used on the suspect must be made apparent, i.e., stop or you will be shot. In my eyes, I'm just going to hit him with my baton, as I believe it was stated, is not an applicable threat of lethal force. A baton is a baton can be used as a lethal force weapon, but a baton is not meant to be used as a lethal force weapon. With that being said, I will be finding this in favor of the plaintiff and will be awarding the full $60,000. Also, I would like to address the defendant directly by saying that this is, in all my years of practicing as a judge and as a lawyer, I've never seen this much gross misconduct from an officer in front of me. And I will be forwarding a recommendation to the command of the LSPD that you be retrained, suspended, or demoted, because this is the most blatant gross misconduct I've ever seen in my career. And I try to give police the benefit of the doubt. I tried to hold the police to a high standard and believe the words they say when they come in here, because that's what I'm supposed to do. You swore an oath to protect the people of this city, and what I saw today was an absolute failure of upholding that oath. You're a sergeant in the LSPD. That means you are supposed to lead by example, and what you did in this situation was a terrible example to set. With that being said, I close this case, and court is now adjourned. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I'll jump in. Open door. You gotta get up to jump in.
This isn't good.
Oh,
How am I supposed to...
you fucking landed on top of me! Hello, I'm over here, EMS. Spread my wings and fly away. Yes, EMS over here.
I need you to try and jump in. Try and jump in.
Okay, I'll jump in.
F it.
Polo shirt, multicolored.
You gotta get up to jump in.
Might be a new department. I'm going for a 7-7 before I go ahead and breach.
This isn't good. How am I supposed to...
You fucking landed on top of me!
If you want to get back close enough, I'll try and land on there. Just get back and hover enough for me to land.
Yeah.
I can't, just sit around at the hospital, you know?
Why did they do that, by the way? Why did they make it so that you can't hang out with me?
I think it's kind of like when one person starts doing it, everybody else starts doing it, because
what?
Some could say I'm slim thick, if you know what I mean. Slim thick.
And who said that exactly?
The men in the city. The females in the city.
I'm sorry, what?
How do I say this? How do I say this? Can you pick me up from jail?
Just say it. Are you fucking with me? I don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
No, I am here. I may have.
You went to jail?
Yeah, for a month.
You went to jail?
For a month, yeah.
For a month? For what?
Yes.
We're coming right now. I'll come pick you up right
yeah.
now. We're literally next to jail, so we'll be there in like less than 5.
What do you mean? Wait, you're with somebody? No. You can't pick me up with another person. That's embarrassing.
Okay.
Okay,
all right,
actually,
all right,
just
fine,
do it.
fine,
Just do
fine.
it. Just do it.
It's Ellie and Tony. Do you care?
No, just come pick me up.
Okay, we're coming right now.
Okay, all right.
Guys, Brenda went to jail.
What the fuck?
Your game's good?
Wait, what? Are you good?
When everybody go? Yeah.
I think you're a session, man. Are you good?
Oh, hey, Tori.
What?
Wait, me and you ain't. We ain't here. See, Tori, this is why I tell you this internet is bullshit. It's the shittiest fucking thing ever. You know, pay $250 a week for this bullshit.
Left up on Mad Wayne Thunder Drive.
Oh, what the
Or you just jumped those.
We got visual for
Status for us,
I'm the Ocean King, the eastbound Boulevard del Perro.
That was so sick. I'll keep the Cubs if you want to keep driving. Continuing eastbound Boulevard del Perro. Transitioning to Howick. Passing the bank.
That was so sick, dude.
We're too far away. Keep
He landed it. He fucking landed.
Oh wait. Oh,
Thank you.
Damn it. Damn it.
Whoa, what the fuck is happening
wait,
right now?
since
What
when
the
can you do
fuck?
that?
Oh, fuck
Wait,
yeah,
is that
bro.
some new
Good shit, homie.
What?
Easy.
Wait, how did you
Wait,
turn
they
the
put
vehicle
back-
in the
wait,
air?
What just
put back over.
happened? My shit got all behind that I'm on a sink, brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck is happening.
On either side of my head. If only I could see properly, but I can't. What with my horse-like features and all?
Mars about to get sprayed
Got no
down.
visual on one. Last seen heading upstairs into the parking lot in Vespucci.
I got one on my 20.
He jumped down. He jumped down. There's one on Vespucci. He jumped down.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
One down. Oh shit. I got one down on me.
I've got one going into the construction site on Vespucci.
Then fuck you move.
Six and Robin foot.
Landed your shit on top of my car?
Put your fucking shit down, kid.
Oh!
Hey, don't be fucking around, kid. What do you mean robbed you? What you talking about?
You wanna get fucked down, huh? Hey, when at the fucking chop shop and you fucking landed on me, I was knocked out. You fucking stole my shit, man.
Nah, you full of shit, kid.
You fuck with my boy, yes, sir? You fuck with my boy? I literally fucking saved your ass and I put you to the fucking hospital.
What are you talking about, kid?
And then you were paid that shit.
That's right, yes, sir. That's right, Bato. Isay Bagos, puto! Isay Bagos! Isay Bagos, Bato. Hey, this guy
I got there.
Us, puto.
I got there.
Oh my god, I fucking shot someone! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Fuck!
she's a whore.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me? So many laughing women.
Drive!
Are you fucking kidding?
Drive!
I just parked the vehicle with somebody in the trunk. Southbound on Ocean. It's gonna be a gray and color piece.
I'm sorry.
Over in color piece.